We're at the Montgomery County Council office building with Susan Madden, the Chief Government Relations Officer at Montgomery College. Susan, we're in this building, we're in this hearing room for a reason, not just because it's cool to be here and it's got a nice setting, but Montgomery College, the County Council, this is all, and your job as government relations person at the college, it's all kind of tied together. Tell us about that.
Well, sure. We spend a lot of time in this room, Dr. Pollard and many of our colleagues, to talk to the council about what we do, how we do it, our mission of changing lives, but most fundamentally, we come here to talk about resources. The county council, the 9 members that serve the body and sit in this chamber, make the final decisions on how to spend the county's taxpayers' dollars, some of which comes to Montgomery College.
And talk a little bit about your role as Chief Government Relations Officer and how you have to, well, establish relationships with this 9-member panel, and how, your background at the college, how does that bring together, the council and the college?
Well, first and foremost, the council has oversight over the work that we do. So the fact that we are a terrific community college lays the best foundation for any relationship with decision makers. We have great faculty, very good students, all engaged in learning and changing their lives. So that's number one. Beyond that, I help Dr. Pollard, the Board of Trustees, and our students engage in their local government or their state government, engage in democracy, to have that conversation about what should our community's priorities be, and hopefully education is top among them, and then hopefully the community college, the community's college, is truly number one among all of those other things for priorities for dollars and policy making as well.
Now, you didn't just wake up and decide you're going to be the government relations officer at Montgomery College. It had to start a while ago. Tell us a little bit how you became involved in the political process.
Well, actually, it started long ago when I was a kid, actually, in high school. I was president of the Political Affairs Club. So yes, I was a geek from way back when, and I got involved in political campaigns. I worked on the United States Senate campaign for a gentleman named Paul Tsongas, who won that seat and went on to run for the United States president in the Democratic primary for that. Been engaged in that kind of work ever since. Was in student government in college, set up the Women's Caucus as part of the University of Massachusetts student government, and then I eventually worked here for 12 years. Great job, great place to work. So if you're looking for some place to grow and experience and participate in local government and government that makes things happen and changes people's lives, the county council is one of those places. But it was time to move on at a certain point, and I came to the college because it's a great place to work.
And keeping to the college, let's talk about what the students can do and how they can engage in these processes, and maybe some tips that students could get involved with helping you and helping Dr. Pollard, change the policies and help, with the students being engaged when it comes to these decision makers.
Certainly, students, whether you're a high school student and on the Board of Education or a student on the Board of Trustees at Montgomery College, play a great role in talking about the value of their institution and how the college makes a difference in their life and the lives of so many others. So first of all, you could be on the Board of Trustees. Great opportunity to be the advocate for the college. You could participate in student government on your particular campus, or you could be a student who's engaged in their political science class. Come to Student Advocacy Day. We bring students to Annapolis so that they can see, feel, taste, and touch their state government at work and how those decision makers impact the future of the college.
And I guess we have a couple of minutes, and the last question I'll ask you. What is some advice that you would give to aspiring either politicians or, I wouldn't say lobbyists, but students that want to get involved in this process, much like you, and have a career in politics? Some advice that you might want to give them to help them along their trail?
So I think no matter what career interest you have, you should go out and experience it. Get an internship, volunteer. That's what I did as a young girl in high school. Got bit by the bug and stayed with it till today. But that's true of any career. My daughter wants to be a high school teacher, so in her senior year of high school herself, I said, take the time, go intern at a school And she did do that. So go experience to see, is this something I'm truly interested in? Is this something that I could feel passionate about? Because no matter what job you have, you should be passionate about your work, because you got to get up and do it every day, day in and day out. So you should love your work. I love mine. I'm passionate about the college. It makes it easy to do what I do. And in my work, if I can't be passionate about the college, none of these folks are going to be passionate about the college. So I say, do what you love, and the only way to figure that out is to go experience. So get an internship, volunteer, join a campaign, find people who have like minds, join a political action club. You know, we had lots of students who were dreamers out there who engaged in all kinds of democratic activities, the small d democratic, advocating to legislators here and in Annapolis. So go experience it, dive in, and then if that's what you think you like, then major in public policy, major in political science. I'm a political science major, so that's what I would do.
Well, thank you, Susan, for bringing us and showing us your old stomping grounds. I'm
Right.
glad you're here at Montgomery College with us now. For Campus Conversations, I'm Marcus Rosano.